Cristiano Ronaldo is known across the world as one of the greatest footballers in history. His goals are replayed millions of times across televisions, phones, and giant stadium screens. His trophies fill entire rooms, each one representing years of sacrifice, discipline, and relentless ambition. His name alone commands stadiums, sponsors, and global attention. Wherever he goes, crowds follow. Cameras flash. Expectations rise. But behind the glittering success, behind the roaring crowds and flashing cameras, exists another story, quieter, deeper, and far more powerful. This is not just the story of a football legend. This is the story of a boy who grew up with nothing, learned pain early, and chose kindness even after conquering the world. A childhood shaped by struggle. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born on February 5, 1985, on the small Portuguese island of Madeira. Life there was simple, beautiful, and unforgiving. His family was poor, not metaphorically poor, but truly struggling to survive. His father worked as a municipal gardener and part-time kit man at a local football club. His mother worked multiple cleaning jobs, often leaving home early and returning late, exhausted but determined. The family lived in a small house where privacy was a luxury they could not afford. Cristiano shared a room with his siblings. There were no expensive toys, no vacations, no safety nets. Many nights, hunger was real. But even in that hardship, dreams were louder. From a very young age, football was not a hobby for Cristiano, it was an escape. On dusty streets and uneven fields, he ran until his lungs burned. He dribbled past imaginary defenders. He fell, scraped his knees, and stood up again. He played barefoot under the sun, ignoring pain, exhaustion, and fear. Even as a child, he was different. Not because he was the best, but because he refused to stop. Pain at home, fire in the heart. Cristiano's childhood was not only shaped by poverty, but also by emotional struggle. His father battled alcoholism, and the house was often filled with tension, silence, and sadness. Cristiano watched his mother cry. He saw arguments, disappointment, and regret. He witnessed his family break and rebuild itself repeatedly. These experiences left deep scars. But they also planted a fire inside him. At the age of 11, Cristiano made a decision that would change everything. He left Madeira to join Sporting Lisbon's youth academy in mainland Portugal. He was just a child, alone in a new city, far away from his family, his island, and everything familiar. The loneliness was unbearable. Other boys mocked his accent. They laughed at his background. They called him names and reminded him daily that he did not belong. Many nights, Cristiano cried himself to sleep, questioning whether he had made the wrong choice. But instead of breaking him, the pain sharpened him. He trained harder than everyone else. While others rested, he stayed. While others joked, he worked. While others complained, he pushed forward. He was not born special, he made himself unstoppable. The loss that changed him forever. When Cristiano was 20 years old, his father died due to liver failure related to alcoholism. The pain was deep and permanent. Cristiano later admitted that he never fully repaired his relationship with his father, and that regret stayed with him. This loss changed him. He carried guilt, sadness, and unanswered questions. But he also carried a promise, to live a life that mattered, not only for himself, but for others. He promised himself that success would never make him forget compassion. This was the moment when his story began to shift from pure ambition to deeper purpose. Rise to global stardom. Cristiano's talent soon exploded on the world stage. Manchester United signed him as a teenager, placing him under intense pressure and global scrutiny. Critics questioned his confidence. Fans demanded results. Media followed his every move. Instead of folding, he transformed. He became faster, stronger, sharper. He rebuilt his body through discipline. He trained his mind through focus and obsession. Titles followed. Goals followed. Fame followed. Then came Real Madrid, where Cristiano Ronaldo became a phenomenon. Records shattered. Stadiums erupted. Ballon d'Or awards stacked up. He became one of the most recognized faces on the planet. But while the world focused on his success, Cristiano quietly began another journey, one of giving back. A heart that gives in silence. Unlike many celebrities, Cristiano Ronaldo does not advertise his charity. He does not build his image on generosity. He simply helps. He has donated millions of dollars to children's hospitals, cancer treatment centers, and disaster relief efforts across multiple countries. He has paid for life-saving surgeries for children whose families had lost all hope. He has covered medical bills quietly, without press conferences or publicity. In one case, Ronaldo paid for a young boy's brain surgery. In another, he helped a child suffering from cancer by donating money and personally meeting the family to give emotional support. He has supported organizations fighting child hunger, poverty, and disease around the world. And perhaps most remarkably, Cristiano Ronaldo has never tattooed his body. Why? Because he regularly donates blood. Tattoos could prevent him from doing so. This small detail reveals more about his character than 1,000 interviews ever could. Kindness rooted in memory. Cristiano never forgot where he came from. He remembers the hunger. He remembers the shame. He remembers watching his mother struggle to survive. Those memories drive him. When natural disasters strike, earthquakes, floods, pandemics, Ronaldo steps in. Not always publicly, but consistently. When families lose everything, he contributes. When hospitals need help, he responds. During the COVID-19 crisis, he donated to hospitals, funded medical equipment, and helped frontline workers. Reports emerged that his hotels were used to support healthcare efforts, showing that even his businesses served humanity during crisis. For Ronaldo, kindness is not a campaign. It is a responsibility. Injuries, setbacks, and mental strength. Cristiano's journey was never free from pain. Injuries threatened his career multiple times. Critics questioned his age, his decisions, his moves between clubs. Every mistake was magnified. Every loss was blamed on him. But Ronaldo developed something rare: mental armor. He learned how to suffer in silence. How to rise after humiliation. How to transform pressure into power. His discipline became legendary. Sleep schedules, nutrition, training routines, everything controlled. Not because he feared losing fame, but because he feared losing purpose. Even when his body aged, his mindset remained sharp. A father first, a star second. Behind the superstar is a devoted father. Cristiano Ronaldo's love for his children is deep and visible. He raises them with discipline, respect, and humility. He teaches them that wealth is not identity, and fame is not character. He wants his children to understand struggle, not to suffer, but to appreciate. He wants them to know that nothing is guaranteed. He once said that his greatest dream is not winning trophies, but raising good human beings. That belief separates him from many legends. Criticism, pressure, and inner fear. Despite everything, Ronaldo has never been free from criticism. Some call him arrogant. Some say he is obsessed with success. But those who look closer understand, his intensity is not ego, it is fear. Fear of returning to poverty. Fear of wasting potential. Fear of failing the family he promised to protect. Instead of letting pressure destroy him, Ronaldo uses it as fuel. He trains harder. He pushes further. He refuses comfort. And even at the top, he continues to give. Legacy beyond football. Cristiano Ronaldo will eventually retire from football. Records will be broken. Trophies will collect dust. New stars will rise. But his kindness will remain. Children he saved will grow up. Families he helped will remember. Lives he touched will continue long after the final whistle. That is the true measure of greatness. Not goals. Not fame. But impact. Why the world truly loves Cristiano Ronaldo. The world loves Ronaldo not just because he scores goals, but because he never forgot the boy from Madeira. He is proof that you can rise from nothing and still remain human. That success does not have to erase empathy. That power does not have to silence compassion. That greatness can coexist with kindness. Final message. Cristiano Ronaldo's story is not about football. It is about resilience. It is about discipline. It is about kindness chosen consciously. In a world obsessed with fame, he chose responsibility. In a life shaped by pain, he chose generosity. In a career defined by success, he chose humanity. And that is why Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a champion on the field. He is a star of kindness.